your hemisphere, turn to the next blank page, and write your element describing colonial life in America.
Can I get a pencil?
Certainly, I have some.
I got
In class, you guys have been reviewing colonial life. We talked about business plans, natural resources, capital resources. We talked about human resources, the types of businesses that we can find in those areas based on those first attributes for each one of the areas. We talked about where, climate and environment, food, shelter, clothing, transportation, and those are the same characteristics that we're using for analyzing the colonies. So today, because we have looked at the Mid-Atlantic, the New England, and your Southern colonies, we're going to go back and do like a review activity. So there are two things that you're going to put in your notebook today. So you need a blank left and a blank right. So make sure that you have that. Element at the top, and what's today's date?
October 8, 2014.
Okay, so let's put that in the top right hand corner. And I'll come around and give you some books. These are the two activities that you're going to work on. Based on the information that you have on in your notebook on the 13 colonies, and Mr. Bryan has them already written up here on the board, and they're all color-coded, you have to figure out which of those 13 colonies were Southern colonies, which ones were Mid-Atlantic or Middle colonies, and then which ones were your Southern colonies. Once you determine that, then you're going to color them on this map. Okay? So that's the first part. That's your work time study. So you're going to go through, locate those colonies, which are now states. So you'll go through and you'll locate those on the map and use the color code at the top. Now up here on our three-part list, it says color code. Our New England colonies are going to be what color? Blue. Middle colonies are orange. And your Southern colonies are green. So you'll use that same color code on your map. Do not use the color red. Why would we use red?
Because it's not our color code.
It doesn't match our color code. So we're not going to use red, okay? We're not going to use purple, we're not using brown. Only those colors, blue, orange, and green. The second part of your activity is taking a look. I have a list of words and phrases that go with each one of these, each colony. New England, Middle colonies, and Southern colonies. So once we finish this, we're going to go through, look at those characteristics of the colonies, and you're going to sort them. This activity you're going to do as a group. The 4 people that are sitting in the group or the 3 people that are sitting in the group. This one, I want to make sure that you understand those 13 colonies. Those original colonies. Because now you're working on a business plan, you should most definitely know this information. Okay? So first things first, I'll give the maps out. This map is going on the left-hand side of your notebook. Okay? Blue, orange, and green. Take those out for me, then I'll just walk around and pass it around. So first things first, let's go through, and I don't want to put the blue in your notebook until after you color it, because you know how it kind of bubbles up. You have to identify the colors. Well, the abbreviations, stop, look up and listen. The abbreviations that you may find on your map, like you may find CT for Connecticut on the map. If you're not sure, then you can always cross-reference it because Mr. Bryan has it written up there on the board. So if you come across PA on the map, because the space is so small, cross-reference it. PA is Pennsylvania, and that'll let you know. Because I know in your notebook on September 22nd, you wrote down your New England, your middle, and your southern colonies. So you should be able to use that list that you have in your notebook. Here is Marcy. So you're using the information that you have already to identify those 13 colonies. Which colonies are my New England colonies, which are my middle colonies, and which ones are my southern colonies. Okay? You have about, I'll give you about 10 minutes to go ahead and get that colored, and then we'll move on to the second part of our activity. So use your notebook. You don't have to try to figure it out. Just use your notebook. Use the notes that we already have. Tell me what you're doing right now. What are we supposed to be doing? Go back in your notebook to September 22nd. You should have a list. That list right there.
I did that.
That list right there. So Rico already knows that his New England colonies are written in his notebook. He's not going to read them out loud because everybody needs to use that reference chart in your notebook. September 22nd. Okay, so that's going to tell you which colonies to color and what color to make them. You can. So are we all on the same page? We know what to color? And which colonies fit the category? I like the light. So then you have to go back to the chapter and find the ones that where they belong. That's good. Or phrases that describe each color. So if we look at this first one, it says small farms. Where would we place small farms? Under which type of colony? Yes. Okay, we will place that under middle. So on your organizer here that you're going to place inside of your notebook, you would write small colonies under, small farms under middle colonies, okay? Then if we look at our second characteristic, it says weather not good for farming. Where would we place weather not good for farming, Mark? Under what? Under our New England colonies. Then our third one, it says plantations grew cash crops. We know that cash crops were grown in what colony? In the southern colony. So under southern colonies on our graphic organizer, we're going to write plantations grew cash crops under southern colonies. So what you're going to do on the rest of the paper, you're going to go through each one of those columns, look at the words and phrases, and determine which words or phrases describe the New England colonies, the middle colonies, or the southern colonies. Everybody understand? At the top, you're just listing those the states that would belong to each one of those colonies. Okay?